All right. The Bible said in Psalm 91, he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. What does that mean to us is this. Do not let anything take you away from the church. Do not let anything, any reason, take you away from the presence of God, from the church. Because that is your last hope. As a human, that is your last hope. The society cannot help. The society is decaying. The family has also failed in one way or the other. But the last hope of humanity is the church. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. One secret, one technique Satan knows how to use and uses it well. John 10:10. He said he comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's stealing. He knows how to steal people away from the secret place of the Most High. He knows how to steal people away from their protection so that he can hack them, so that he can kill, so that he can destroy. Don't let anything take you away from the presence of God, from the church. Do your best possible to remain in the church. In the church, I'm saying. I'm talking to all Christians. Do your best possible, because that is your solution. That is where your miracle lies. That is where your progress lies. Listen to these three people I'm going to name to you. If anything took them from the presence of God, and their miracle came upon them while they were in the presence of God. Number one, Sarah, Abraham's wife. She was born normal, the way everybody is born. She grew old from being young to 90 years. There was no child. She was very beautiful to look upon, that even Abimelech, some of the kings, they took her for wife. You know, it took God to come and say, don't touch Sarah, for she is the wife of a prophet. She was so beautiful and fair and nice and good to look upon, but there was no child. Not until at the age of 90. There was enough time for her to have walked away from believing the God of Abraham. But she didn't. She stayed put. She did not allow her predicament to take her away from the presence of God. How about if you are Sarah? What would you have done by now, as I'm talking to you right away? Then number two, Hannah. Hannah had her own adversary was living in her house, Peninnah and her children. They were plaguing her because of her situation. Go and read your Bible very well. He said Hannah wept. If you read 1 Samuel chapter 1 and chapter 2, you will see the predicament, the affliction that before Hannah. Hannah wept. She wept sore before God. But the Bible said she goes to Shiloh every year with the husband, without a child, without without a flicker of the hope that a child is on the way. She didn't allow her predicament to take her away from the presence of God. How about if you are Hannah? Would you have still be going to Shiloh with your husband or with your wife? Would you still stay in the church with all of those mockery, with the adversary that was living with her in the house? Would you still stay in that church where they are gossiping you, where they are talking bad about you? Would you still stay in that church? Hannah stayed. That her miracle came upon her even in the presence of God. She prayed to the extent that her pastor Eli marked her lips, and he mistook her for being drunk. If it were to be you, would you still stay in the church? When your pastor said, take away the wine from you, oh woman, stop drinking so that your glory can showcase. She said, no, my Lord, your handmaid is pouring out her heart before God. And the pastor said, so let it be unto you as you have said. May God meet you at the point of your need. That year did not pass by. Anna got pregnant and she carried her Samuel. I don't know about you. Would you have still stayed in the church? This is the big question that you have to answer for yourself. Number 3 person is Elizabeth. Go and read it. She was a pastor's wife. She was a pastor's wife. Zechariah was a pastor in the church, doing service to God, and yet Elizabeth was married to him and there was no child. If you were a pastor's wife and no child is forthcoming, would you still stay? Would you still be happy? What would you do? That pastor's wife, Elizabeth, she was praying for people and they were getting pregnant, but she was barren. And she was still serving God. Go and read their story in the book of Luke, chapter 1, chapter 2. You will see that these guys, they were in the church doing service to God. They were faithful to God. It was in the church they met, Zechariah met with the angel. It was in the church. It was in the church. I don't know. One thing Satan knows how to do is like that story, between the eagle and the snake. If the eagle fights the snake on the ground, the snake will defeat the eagle. But the eagle, knowing well that the snake will defeat him in the snake's habitation, the eagle will take the snake out of the snake's habitation and take the snake into his own habitation and fight the snake and defeat the snake. Because in his own habitation, the snake has no power. But in the snake's habitation, the eagle has no power. So what will the eagle do? If the eagle will pick the snake, take the snake into the air and fight the snake in the air. Because in the air, the snake has no power. The snake has no techniques. That is not his habitation. So how does Satan destroy a good Christian? How does Satan destroy the people he wants to destroy that are in the church? He takes them out from the presence of God. He said, he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadows. He will take them away. He will call them out by fleeting excuses. He will call them out. Are you not offended? Leave that place. Oh, are they talking about you the way you don't like? Leave that place. Don't you remember you are a man? Leave that place. Don't you remember you should be proud? Leave that place. Then when actually you have seen every good reasons why you should leave that place, you leave and not knowing that it's a trap, then he acts. Satan kills. You will think you are still doing service. You will think you are still, burning. You will think you are still in it. But the truth is that the fire is going down. As long as nothing is fueling it up, that fire is going down. Brothers and sisters, this is my message to you. Do not let anything take you away from the presence of God. That is where your miracle is. That is where your testimony is. Do not let anything take you away. Not even the tricks of Satan. Stay put. When challenges come, turn them to bread. That is your victory. Because you cannot go to the next class not until you have gone through exams. When challenges come, turn them to bread. Stay put in the presence of God. And that is where your open doors lie. May God bless you. God bless you. And Pastor Douglas Abdullahi Kasimu. See you in the next video. God bless you.